Hello, my dear friends. I hope you're all keeping fine under this lockdown. So, we will begin this online class because there is no other way. Because of this COVID-19 pandemic, we are not able to come together. We need to keep social distancing, and therefore, we are not able to have our normal class. So what we are able to do is only have this online class. So we can explain through these videos and you will be able to listen it several times and then understand it. And also read your textbooks and try to understand nicely. And if you are in doubt, you are always welcome to ask. You can make comment in the box or you can text me in the WhatsApp group, WhatsApp number. So it's always welcome. So try to learn maximum, try to get this benefit, maximum benefit, and adjust with the situation. And as soon as the situation is normal, we'll come together, we'll learn nicely, and we'll be able to have normal class. So till then, we'll have to accommodate with this kind of difficulties, problems, and we have to get maximum benefit out of this situation. So try to understand, try to learn, and do your level best. So today we shall begin our economic class. You can take your economic textbooks and follow it. So it is the first lesson is talking about development, and in order to explain about development we have chosen a village, an imaginary village called Palampur. So we will talk about a village where people are living together, doing different kinds of works, and how their village is developing. That is what we are going to learn. So let us take your textbook, lesson number 1, and see the textbook. So we can say Palampur is a village, very interior. It is not very near to the town, but it is very interior. But it has got well connected roads. Roads are there to go to the towns, and it has got electricity supplies are there, taxis are there. So a lot of facilities are there. So though it is an interior village, it is a developed village. All the facilities are there. So that shows that people living in that village able to experience or able to have better facilities than other villages who are not so much developed. So if you want to say a village is developed, what are the things that you need, or how can you say my village is developed and your village is not developed? What is the comparison? So in order to say that my village is developed, I need to have certain facilities that I need. I need to have certain facilities. What are the facilities that we need in order to say that my place or my village is developed? So first of all, people need to have house, is it not? We need to have a house for living. Then what else we need? House. We need water. Water should be available for drinking, for cooking, bath, washing, all that. Then we need electricity. Then we need road. And more than all these things, other thing that we need is food. Then we need work. If you don't do work, we won't get money, isn't it? So Then we need market for buying the necessary things, and this we have to go very far away. So these are some of the things that we need in order to say that my village is developed. So when we have a house to live, we can say I am comfortable, I am secure, I am safe from animals, from thieves and so on. Then I need water, clean water, drinking water. And also I need sufficient water for my agriculture, for irrigation, for pouring water to my, sending water to my field and so on. Then I need electricity. If there is no electricity, I cannot do most of my work. If there is a factory, it has to work with electricity. The engineer has to work with electricity. Or I produce a lot of things in the farm, food grain, vegetables, fruits. So all that I produce, I cannot eat and finish it. I need to go and sell in the market extra one. Then I will get money. So to go to the market, I need road. And road alone is not enough. There should be vehicle also. There should be taxis, trucks, or tractors. Such kind of vehicles should be there for carrying my produce to the market. So that is important. Then there should be sufficient food for all the people. If there is a good house, water, electricity, road, everything is there. But for people to eat food, sufficient food is not there. Then what will happen? They all will be starving, and we cannot say my place is developed. So food is needed. And there should be work for the people. There should be employment for the people. People should have enough work to do. If there is plenty of places there, at least they can do the cultivation. They can do farming. Otherwise, they will be simply sitting all day, and there will be no income, and all will start starving. So there should be enough work for the people. Then, as I said, the road is there, I can carry my extra things and sell in the market. So there should be market for me to sell my products, and also what I don't have I can buy from the market. For selling and buying I need market. So for that I may have to go to the nearby town. So there should be good road, there should be a taxi should be there for me to travel and so on. So when all these things are there, we can say a village is well developed. All these things are necessary in order to show that they are developed. So if these things are not there, then we can say that village is underdeveloped. That village is still in the interior area and development has not reached there. That is what we will be saying, we will be concluding that way. So it is very important for us to say what is needed for essential things, what is needed for the basic things for our life, that is needed for in order to show development. So, but if you ask different people this opinion, what is according to your opinion, what is development? All the people will not say the same thing. They will have different ideas. So, if you ask the people of Palampur, they will say these are the things that we need, because in a village people all may be saying same thing. But if you ask individually, if you meet every person, even in the village, if you ask a father what is the idea of development, he will say so many things. If you ask the mother of the family what is the idea of development, they will say some things. Or if you ask the son, he will have some ideas. If you ask the daughter will say something else. So every person will have different idea of development. So in this context of Palampur village, we say these are the things that is needed. So in this village we can say there are around 450 families are there. 450 families. So it is somewhat a big village. And the people living in that village, they belong to different castes. They belong to different tribes and so on. So they are all not belonging to same group. They are belonging to different castes, different tribes, but they are living together as one village. Then majority of the people have got land for working. So though there are 450 families are there, all of them do not have land. And most of them, majority of them have got land for cultivation. So people who have got land, what will they do? They can cultivate by themselves. But some people don't have land. What will they do? What will they do? They have no land to cultivate. So they can go and work in others' land as a laborers for daily wage. So those who don't have land, they will go and work in others' land. That is one option. Then another option is they can borrow the land from others. Those who have got plenty of land, they can borrow a piece of land. Some land they borrow from them and use it as their own for cultivation. And after the harvest, they may have to give them some grain. So before borrowing the land, they will make some agreement. What shall I give you? Some may say, give me money, this much money. Or some will say, give me this much grain, food grain. If you get 10 sack of rice, give me 2 sack or give me 3 sacks. So whatever may be, that the agreement they will make. That way people who don't have the land also is able to make use of the land of others and do the cultivation. So that is how people in that Palampur village they are living together. So their houses, most of their houses, they are building nice houses with the bricks, paka house, with the tin sheet and so on. Very few of them are with bamboo, with the grass and so on. But majority of them are building paka house with the bricks and tin sheets and so on, with the cement and so on. Then some of them are SC, scheduled castes. Some of the people are there scheduled castes. Then they have smaller houses, and some of them are made with mud and straw and so on. So people who have got land, they are rich, but some of them are scheduled castes, they are poor, and so according to their financial situation, they make the house. They make very simple ordinary house because they don't have enough money to build big house. So they make ordinary house with mud, and the top roof will be with straw and so on. So they are not able to buy tin sheet and so on. Therefore they use grass or straw in order to make the roof of the house. Then most of the houses have got electric connections. So they have got the power connection and they are able to use light and other instruments they can function with electricity. And so electricity powers all the tube wells in the field. So there are many field is there, land is there, agricultural field. So there are many tube wells are there. I hope you know what is tube well. It's a very narrow but very deep well. And from there we can pump out water with motor. So we need electricity in order to pump out water. So most of this agricultural land has got tube wells and they are able to irrigate their field with the help of water pumped out from these tube wells. Then people are also able to do small business and so on. And Palampur also has got school. Another important thing that is needed is school for development. If you don't have school, all the people, all the children will remain ignorant. They will not be able to know how to read and write and so on. So they have got these schools. How many schools they have? They have 2 primary schools and 1 high school. 2 primary schools and 1 high school. So it is only 450 families and and therefore they don't need very many schools. They have two primary schools and one high school. And there is also one primary health center, PHC, primary health center, in order to treat the people who are suffering from kind of minor sicknesses. If there is some major sicknesses, then the primary health center will not be able to treat them. They will have to go to the town. But minor cases like fever, the small wounds, cough, cold, headache, all these they are able to treat in this primary health center. So they have hospital. Then there is also one dispensary, private dispensary. Private people are running a small hospital. So all these are available in the Palampur village. So if you go to most of the villages in India, we will find these are the activities that are taking place. Most of the villages will have these kind of same facilities. So interior villages, if you go, you will find the school building is there, but there will be no teachers, no students. Teachers are all maybe staying somewhere else, the town. They don't want to go and stay in the village, and the children also they don't demand that they should get education. Therefore, they just play around the whole day and waste their time. And hospital also may be there, but doctors and nurses may not be there. And when the people get sick, they have to travel far away and reach the next town to receive treatment. By the time, sometime the patient dies because of bad roads and bad vehicle facility, lack of vehicle facility, and so on. All these can happen. So this is a situation in most of the places in our villages. So it is just an introduction about a village. What are the activities that are taking place in a village? We said. So we said most of the people have got good house. Poor people have got very small house made with mat and straw. Then they have water. How do they get water? They mainly get it from the two wells, and they pump out from two wells. They use it for their agriculture purpose as well as for their house purpose. And for pumping out water, they have electricity. So with the help of water pump, they pump out the water with electricity. Then they have got good roads, and they have got food because they are all cultivating. Majority of them have got land for cultivation, and people who don't have land, they go and cultivate in others' land, and with that help they able to manage. Then because of this land activity, most of them are working. They have got work every day. They work in the farm, and then the market will be there. They have to carry the extra things and sell it in the market, and with that money they have to buy something that is needed for them. So that is needed. Plus they have school in order to educate their children, in order to make their children literate, to read and to write. They have the schools, and also they have two small hospitals, one PHC run by the government and one private dispensary in order to treat the people. So these are the things that are there in the Palampur village. And if you go in most of the villages, all these facilities may be there, but it may not be in the good shape. That is what we find. The roads may be very worse, and the taxi facility may not be there. The market may be very small. The school building may be there. Sometimes the animals, cows and goats will be sleeping there, and hospitals may be only building may be there. No medicine available, no doctor available, and so on. So that is also the situation in some of our villages. So anyway, these are the requirement that is needed for every village. If you want to say that village is a developed village, so you can compare your own village or your neighboring villages to see whether these facilities are there or not. If not there, then we have to acknowledge that they are still underdeveloped. Now let us come to the first point. That is, we call it organization of production. Organization of production. So if you want to produce something, we need some other things. We cannot just produce something with our bare hands. From the air we cannot just bring out something. It is not magic, no? So we have to produce, and something means we need something. We need to organize it. So for that organization we need certain factors. So that is what we are going to study. So there are 4 factors are there which are required for production. Let us see what are they. First one is land, and second one is labor, and the third one is capital. We can say physical capital. Then another one is human capital. So these are the 3 main, but this one is also very important. So let us see what are these factors of production. These are called factors of production. So we need to organize these things in order to produce something. That's why it says organization of production. So we cannot just take one thing alone, then it is not going to be successful. All these things are needed in order to produce something, in order to produce something out of it. So first of all, the first requirement is land. And when we say land, all that is there in the nature. For example, water is there, forest is there, minerals, all these are included in the land. If you want to produce something, we need land. For example, we want to start a factory. So we need a land in order to set up the factory. We cannot set up the factory in the air, isn't it? We need, what we need? We need land in order to set up the factory, the building. So the factory, that is for land, is needed, and the factory there is lot of water is required in order to produce something, and they need lot of minerals in order to use it as a raw material to produce something. Minerals are required. So all that comes under land. So when we say the land, means all that is coming from the land, the water, the forest, trees, the minerals that is dug out from the mine, out from the earth, all that is coming under the point land. Then the second one is labor. You know what is labor, isn't it? The labor, the people who work, the workforce. So just getting land, the minerals, the water, the wood, everything is not enough. Some people should be there to do the work. So that power is needed. That labor power, labor force is required. So people should be there to do the work. So that labor is there. Another one is physical capital. So physical capital we can divide into 2. We can say one is fixed capital, another one is working capital. So this physical capital can be divided into 2. Fixed capital and working capital. What is this fixed capital? First let us say what is physical capital. So physical capital, we say it is a variety of inputs that are required. The variety of inputs that are required during the production. So we need a lot of things for producing, lot of input. Input means what we put inside for producing something. So a lot of things are required. For example, we need a lot of tools. We need a lot of machines in order to produce something. We need machines, we need tools, we need different variety of small tools, all that, small machines, all that is required. For example, if a farmer is producing rice, what are the tools he requires? He needs a plow. If he is using animals for plowing, he needs a hand plow. If he is using a machine, he needs tractor, he needs a tiller. Or if he is going to dig with a spade, then he needs a spade. All these are tools. All these are required in order to produce something. If you go to a factory, you will find a lot of machines are there, a lot of things are there which are required for producing these things. Then we also need, if it is in the office, we need generator. In the case of there is no current, we need to run generator to get electricity. Or we need machines, we need building for setting up the factory and all that things. So these tools that we use, that is called fixed capital, because once we buy these things, it can go on for many years. We can use again and again. For example, the machines that we buy, it is not just meant for 1 year or 2 years. It can go for many years. That is why it is called fixed capital. So all the tools, all the machines, all engines, everything that we use for producing something, that is called fixed capital. Why it is called fixed capital? Because it can be used for many years. The building that we make, it can last for many years. We are not going to make a new building every year. No, we make a building and it will go for many years, 50 years or 100 years it will go. So that is a fixer. If you buy a generator, it will go for many years. If you buy a tractor, it will go for many years. So all that tools, engines, buildings, everything is called fixed capital because we can use them for many years. Then there is also another called working capital. What is working capital? So in order to produce something, the machine alone is not enough. We need to put something inside the machine. Then only the product will come out. Is it not? If you want to make clothes, we need to put cotton inside. Is it not? We need cotton. Then only from the cotton we can take out clothes. And for that we need money. To buy cotton we need to pay money. So these are called working capital. The raw materials that we are going to use, the minerals, all those things, the raw materials that we use, and the money that we need. In the beginning, when we start an industry or production of something, we need a lot of money in order to buy, to make building, to buy machines, all that. We need a lot of money. So that is called working capital. In order to begin the work, we need some money in our hand. That is called working capital. Then we shall stop today here. In the next class, we will explain more. So try to learn these points. Production. What are the essential things? They are called factors of production. What are the main factors of production? These three are the main factors of production. And the fourth one is also important. It is called human capital. So read your textbook nicely, read again and again, and don't waste your time. So just read your lesson nicely, try to understand, and if you have any doubt, you can contact me. So have a nice time. Thank you for listening.